A monk sits in complete stillness for 8 hours straight. No phone, no music, no distraction, just silence. Meanwhile, you pick up your phone 14 times before breakfast. This isn't about willpower. This isn't about discipline. It's about training. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how monks rewire their brains and how you can do the same in just 9 minutes a day. Let me tell you about someone I'll call David. David is a software engineer. Smart guy, makes good money, but his brain is a mess. He wakes up and immediately checks his phone. By the time he's brushed his teeth, he's already anxious about work emails. During breakfast, he's scrolling through news. During work, he has 15 tabs open. During lunch, he watches videos. During dinner, he's half present with his family because his mind is still at work. At night, he lies in bed exhausted, but his brain won't shut off. Racing thoughts, worries about tomorrow, regrets about today. Sleep takes 2 hours to come. One day, David visits a monastery for a weekend retreat. He meets a 70-year-old monk named Brother Thomas. This man has been meditating for 40 years, and David notices something strange. Brother Thomas isn't just calm, he's present. When he speaks to you, he's fully there. When he eats, he just eats. When he walks, he just walks. No mental chatter, no constant noise inside his head. David asks him the secret. Brother Thomas smiles and says something David never forgot. You think your mind controls you, but your mind is just a puppy. It needs training, that's all. That conversation changed David's life, and it might change yours. Here's what neuroscience tells us about the modern brain. Your brain processes about 70,000 thoughts per day. Most of them are repetitive, most of them are negative, and most of them are completely unconscious. You're not thinking your thoughts are thinking you. This is called the default mode network. It's the part of your brain that activates when you're not focused on anything specific. It's where mind wandering happens. It's where anxiety lives. It's where rumination breeds. Research from Harvard found that people spend 47% of their waking hours lost in thought. Not present, not focused, just mentally elsewhere. But here's the incredible part. Studies on monks show something different. When researchers at the University of Wisconsin studied Buddhist monks who had meditated for over 10,000 hours, they found their brains had physically changed. The monks had increased gray matter in areas responsible for attention, emotional regulation, and self-awareness. Their default mode network was quieter. Their prefrontal cortex was stronger. In simple words, they had trained their brains like athletes train muscles. And the good news is, you don't need 40 years in a monastery. You need the right techniques and consistent practice. The first technique monks use is called single-pointed focus. This is the foundation of all mental training. Here's how it works. You pick one object of attention, just one. It can be your breath, a candle flame, a sound, a spot on the wall, anything. Then you give that object your complete attention, not partial attention, complete attention. When your mind wanders, and it will, you gently bring it back. No frustration, no judgment. Just notice you've wandered and return. This is the rep. Every single time you notice distraction and return to focus, you're strengthening your attention muscle. You're literally building new neural pathways. Start with 3 minutes. Set a timer. Focus on your breath. Count each exhale, 1 through 10. When you lose count, start over. That's it. Most people can't get past 4 without distraction. That's normal. That's the point. You're training an untrained brain. Do this every morning for 30 days. Your focus will transform. The second technique sounds counterintuitive. Monks deliberately sit with boredom. No stimulation, no entertainment, just existence. Why would anyone do this? Because your brain is addicted to stimulation. Every notification, every scroll, every click gives you a tiny dopamine hit. Over time, your brain becomes dependent on constant input. When there's no input, you feel restless, anxious, uncomfortable. Monks reverse this addiction by sitting with nothing. They allow boredom to exist without escaping it. Here's what happens neurologically. When you stop feeding your brain constant stimulation, your reward system recalibrates. You become satisfied with less. Ordinary moments feel richer. Simple pleasures return. Practice this for 3 minutes daily. Sit in a room with nothing. No phone, no book, no music. Just sit. Your brain will scream for stimulation. Let it scream. Don't react. Just observe. After a few weeks, something magical happens. You'll start feeling peace in emptiness, contentment without stimulation. That's the monk's secret to happiness. The third technique is the deepest. Monks learn to observe their thoughts without becoming them. Most people are identified with their thoughts. A worry appears and they become worried. An angry thought appears and they become angry. They're puppets to their mental activity. Monks practice something different. They watch thoughts like clouds in the sky. Clouds appear, clouds exist, clouds disappear. The sky remains unchanged. You are the sky, not the clouds. Thoughts are temporary visitors, not permanent residents. Here's the practice. Sit quietly, close your eyes. Instead of focusing on breath, focus on observing thoughts. When a thought appears, mentally note it. Thinking, planning, worrying, then let it go. Don't engage with the thought. Don't analyze it. Don't fight it. Just label it and release it. Watch it float away like a cloud. This practice creates what psychologists call cognitive diffusion. You separate yourself from your thoughts, you gain perspective, you realize, I am not my thoughts. I am the one who observes thoughts. This single realization can free you from anxiety, depression, and mental suffering. Monks use breath as their primary anchor for one powerful reason. It's always available. You can't always have a candle. You can't always have silence, but you always have breath. The breath is happening right now, which means when you focus on breath, you're pulled into the present moment. You can't breathe in the past. You can't breathe in the future. You can only breathe now. Here's the advanced practice. Breathe in for 4 counts. Hold for 4 counts. Breathe out for 6 counts. This ratio activates your parasympathetic nervous system. It physically calms your body. When anxiety hits, this is your emergency tool. 4 in, 4 hold, 6 out. Repeat 5 times. Your heart rate will slow. Your mind will quiet. This is neuroscience, not mysticism. The final monk technique is non-attachment. This doesn't mean not caring. It means not clinging. Monks do their work fully. They give complete effort, but they don't attach to results. They plant seeds without demanding fruit. Why is this powerful? Because attachment creates suffering. When you need something to happen, you suffer until it happens. And if it doesn't happen, you suffer more. Non-attachment means doing your best and accepting whatever comes. Working without anxiety, trying without desperation, living without grasping. Practice this daily. When you notice yourself attached to an outcome, mentally say, I prefer this, but I don't need this. Feel the difference. Preference is healthy. Need is suffering. Here's your daily monk training protocol. 9 minutes total. Minutes 1 through 3. Single-pointed focus on breath. Count exhales. Return when distracted. Minutes 4 through 6. Embrace boredom. Sit with nothing. Allow discomfort without reaction. Minutes 7 through 9. Thought observation. Watch thoughts like clouds. Label and release. That's it. 9 minutes. Every morning before you check your phone. Before the world floods in. Before the noise begins. Do this for 30 days and your brain will change. Not metaphorically, physically. Neuroscience proves it. 3 mistakes people make when training their brain. First, expecting immediate results. Your brain took years to become untrained. It won't transform in 3 days. Trust the process. The changes are happening beneath awareness. Second, judging yourself for distraction. Distraction isn't failure. Noticing distraction is success. Every return to focus is a repetition. Celebrate returns. Don't punish wandering. Third, making it complicated. You don't need apps, courses, or retreats. You need 9 minutes and consistency. Simplicity wins. So here's your challenge. Tomorrow morning, before you touch your phone, sit for 9 minutes. 3 minutes of focus. 3 minutes of boredom. 3 minutes of observation. Do this for 7 days straight. Just 7 days. Then come back and tell me what changed. Drop a comment right now. Tell me, which technique are you most excited to try? Which one scares you the most? I read every comment. If this video opened your mind to new possibilities, hit subscribe. Life Mind Gym is where we explore real psychology, real neuroscience, and real techniques for mastering your mind. Share this with someone whose brain needs training. We all know that person. Maybe it's us. And remember, your brain is just a puppy. It's not good or bad. It's just untrained. Start training today. 9 minutes is all it takes.